Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is on public education. This video is going to be called The Clued In Parent, okay? I said in an earlier video that from my 6 years of teaching at a private school, most parents are clueless, they're tuned out, they are not engaged in the education and formation of their son or daughter. And maybe that's for good reason, maybe it's because they're too busy, fine. But most of them are kind of checked out because their attention is just elsewhere, okay? So I want to give you some tips as a former teacher about things that you can do to become a more active participant in your child's education. Number one, when your kid is enrolls in all these classes, you need to get a copy of the syllabus for each of those classes. That way you know the material that's going to be covered and the order that it is going to be covered in, okay? So you got to get a syllabus. Number two, each day in a classroom or each week or each unit has certain learning objectives. You need to get a copy or a list of the learning objectives for each unit. So like if unit 1 is on housing ventilation or something, okay, I don't know, maybe this is for like a tech ed class or something. You want to get a copy of all of the learning objectives for that unit so you know these are the bullseyes that the teacher is trying to drive at or trying to get the students to understand or to know or to do, okay? You need to get those, okay? That's going to bring focus to the unit so that when your son or daughter comes home and asks you, oh, what's going on, you know what the teacher is going for. So get the learning objectives. Number 3, get the practice tests for each of the units from the teacher. This is going to scare the crap out of the teacher because you're so active or involved or you want to be a part of it, and it might throw them off balance a little bit. But if on the tests, if we're not just asking for brute memorization, like if we're asking about relationships or concepts or the application of concepts, they can share with you some of the practice tests or some of what are the tools that you are using as a teacher to get the students ready for this examination. Share those with me. I want those. I want to know what those are or what are those homeworks or what are those problems or whatever. Give those to me, all right? Or tell me what those are because then I can go back and work on those with my son or daughter and help to prepare them for the test. So get samples of the practice problems or the practice quizzes or tests so you know what to expect on the exam. I guess this was, I don't know what point this was, but this is really important. You need to ask the teacher, like if this is, especially if this is like a, like a language arts class or something, or English or, I don't know, maybe a science class or something, or anything that's a little more, I don't know, I hate to say subjective, but subjective in the grading. You want to ask for samples of A, B, C, D, and F work. I want you to give me examples. Like if this is we're writing a opinion paper on, I don't know, the Civil War or something, okay? Give me examples of each of the different categories of work or the quality of work so I can see them for myself. And I want to know why this is an A, B, C, D, or F. Most teachers just go on feel. They have some objectives written down, but they, it gets hard to differentiate like a C from a D or a D from an F or an A from a B. It's like, it's just kind of gray, right? So when you put it to the teacher and you say, give me examples of this type of work, first of all, the teacher probably won't have it, okay? And secondly, it's going to put them on the defensive a little bit because no one's ever asked them this question. And 3, it's going to help crystallize in your mind and in the mind of your son or daughter what the different types of work look like. This is an A. Why is it an A? This is an F. Why is it an F? This is a B minus. Here's why it's a B minus compared to an A minus, right? And it'll help them to distinguish or differentiate between these nuances, okay? So ask for samples of different levels of work. All right, that's a great one. Establish contact with the teacher very early on in the semester before there are any problems. In fact, Don't just email them. Go in to meet with them in person. You, your son or daughter, and the teacher, okay? Talk about stuff. Develop a relationship, okay? That will make the teacher pay more attention to the student, and that will make the teacher, help the student more, and it'll be a better learning experience for the student, okay? Number 5, require that your son or daughter meet with that teacher X number of times per semester. Maybe it's 3 times per semester, and it cannot be, just before a test because you got to help me cram all this crap in quick. When students come to meet with a teacher before a test, they're frantic because they don't know the crap because they haven't been studying, and they're trying to quick, tell me exactly what I need to know for this test, blah, blah. That's such BS, okay? You have your son or daughter meet with the teacher within the first 2 weeks of the new unit, when everything is calm and relaxed, okay? That's when you meet with them, because it can be a more inviting atmosphere, it can be less frantic and stressed. You don't have them going at the last minute and, quick, just tell me how to do this, okay, I'm stressed out, I just gotta get through this. Like, that's not how you do it. Be proactive.